Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and as we all know, we got Revenant Reborn in Season 18, but something else also got a little bit reborn, and that is the skill-based matchmaking, as it has completely changed. And Respawn developers have finally said that they are going to be changing it and working on it, but what does that really mean? And we're going to discuss that today and what we can hopefully look forward to in a fix. We're also going to give out 45 bucks. All you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So just the other day, Apex Legends devs hopped on Reddit and actually did an AMA all to talk about the new Revenant Reborn character, and they actually gave us a lot of good insight. One of the big things is that in regards to his hitbox, there are some looks at it because the ults just feel so unfair sometimes, even though it is such a big hitbox. And a dev did let us know that Rev intentionally came out strong, and his ultimate is a big part of that, and they felt it internally as well. They will say you won't be surprised to see some dials turned in the future for this ability in the future, so if you're a big fan of the new Revenant Reborn, be aware that his ultimate ability is likely to receive a nerf. Something that was nerfed that wasn't supposed to, however, is the mantle jumping. This was actually put out in a patch accidentally. A Respawn dev did clarify that it is unintentional and it will be fixed in the very near future, so don't count on this being something that stays around in the game for a very long time. They also let us know about two other legends non-Revenant related, and one of them is going to be Horizon, where someone pointed out that Horizon's Q is literally insane. A free shield, shooting in air, getting high ground, blocking doors, and if there were any plans to at least remove the healing and shielding. And they did say that her gravity's lift power is known and we're looking at what we can do for Horizon in the future. However, there are no plans to remove heals in the lift at present, but do expect something in the very near future. So Horizon will be receiving a nerf, sadly, just a little after when she got her heirloom. And the most interesting one in terms of buffs and nerfs I saw was one about Mirage, where players were asking about, is he ever going to see a rework? And the lead game designer did say they are tackling Mirage's decoy issues and quality of life updates is something that has been on the docket for a while, but it's been on the lower priority with the upcoming season work or bug fixes. However, the team is going to start tackling these, and they do love Mirage. But speaking of those season updates and quality of life stuff, something that you could not miss if you were in this Reddit thread was the absolute insane amount of questions asked about skill-based matchmaking. It was posted all over this thread, and now obviously this was not probably the place to ask about it because it was a thread about Revenant, but it does speak to the volume that so many players are concerned about skill-based matchmaking that it probably would have been a good idea to do a thread on that first and then talk about Revenant Reborn, or at least run them simultaneously, because it just made a lot of players felt ignored and not heard. There was a different thread that had been started but was not an official Respawn AMA, just about matchmaking and ranked in general, and luckily a Respawn dev did actually come into that and answer some questions. Someone just generally asked, has Respawn said anything about the pub matchmaking? I feel most people complain about pubs, ranked being sweaty is normal, and that there should be a significant difference. And the Respawn live technical designer did say they have definitely heard the constant feedback about it. We're looking at the pubs matchmaking at the moment, meaning that they are aware that something is not working the way it is supposed to this season. So if you feel like your games have been unfair, or you're one of those people saying, oh, don't worry about it, that's just the way the game is designed, that's actually not true. This is something that the Respawn team is fully aware is not functioning the way it is supposed to. Someone followed up and actually asked that same live technical designer, is there any point to pubs and ranked having the same matchmaking? You're just taking away a choice. Unfortunately, the live technical designer just said, don't shoot the messenger, we are working on it, which is once again just stating that pubs does have skill-based matchmaking. We all knew this, but it does seem that it is causing a problem, and some Respawn devs aren't necessarily a fan of it, but it is something they are working on. And in case you didn't know what skill-based matchmaking is, just for quick clarification, it's a system where players of the same rank or skill are matched in an online game. Factors like time invested, average score, kill to death, and win to loss ratios are considered in this system. Something that's actually fairly interesting that was also answered in here is that duos does actually have a harder skill-based matchmaking. The live technical designer did let us know that duos tends to have more try-hard players in it. So do be aware that if you're playing duos, you're probably going to have harder games. It shouldn't come as a surprise that skill-based matchmaking is all over the place. We know that over the holidays of 2022, Respawn put out a tweet saying we are conducting some matchmaking tests in one region to create more balanced matches, and we are seeing promising results as players are able to make more kills. However, the last update we officially got on it was a blog post from January 17th, where once again, Sammy Duck said that they are working to create fairer matches as you play with different skills and retiring our current system. Now that new system is in place, and we can see a last progress update here where it did look promising, but something went very, very wrong, and I assume that Respawn is going to have to backtrack a ton to actually make the game a little bit more playable, enjoyable for most players, as that is something that they're actively working on. Once again though, it would have been nice to actually see this on the official Twitter page, or at least a live dev discussion where we could ask questions actively. Unfortunately, the only thing really on the live Twitter feed for Apex Legends is their brand new cookbook, you know, priorities. Let me know down below, how has your season 18 experience been so far with Revenant Reborn and the skill-based matchmaking? Also, don't forget to check out the second channel by my editor Novell, who does amazing Apex Legends content. And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.